So guys, today we're gonna talk about Food Recall Procedure Regulation 2017. Right. So as I told you, I'll cover all the important regulations. So Food Recall Regulation is one of the important regulation. So guys, again in this, if you look at the this document, there are few definitions. So I'll go through each definition one by one, only the important ones. And also when you read this document, just go thoroughly, right? So the first important definition, that is food recall. So what does food recall means? It means the action to remove food from the market at any stage of food chain, including that process possessed by the consumer. So guys, here they have clearly said, so food recall means everything. I mean, be the food at any stage, whether it is at retail store, whether it has wholesaler store, or it is with the consumer. So food, whenever there is a call for food recall, so even the food which is possessed by the consumer, even that is recalled by the manufacturer, right? So now further, if you see food recall plan, I mean, it's a self-explanatory term. So before calling a recall, before announcing a recall, there should be a plan, right? So that is what it means: the procedures and the arrangement that the food operator shall have in place to retrieve food and food products from the food chain if problem arises. So guys, all the food business operator, they mandatorily need to have a recall plan, because whenever food comes back to them, right, whenever there is a food recall and food comes to them, so there should be a separate storage, right? They should not be mixed with the fresh lot. So FSSAI, they clearly say that they should have a written program, they should have a written procedure and arrangement. So whenever the food is to be retrieved, so there shall be no problem that must arise, right? So now, what does food under recall means? So the specific lot or batch or code number of the food product that has been determined by the food authority or the commissioner of food safety of the state or UT or the FBO as not in compliance with the act rules and regulation. So guys, if you see food under recall, I mean, again, that definition is very similar, but here if you see food under recall means this batch has been recalled, right? This food is under recall, that the process is going on. So it means a specific batch or a code number for which the FSSAI or the FBO, they have the impression that it does not comply, it is not in compliance with the act rules and regulation. So that food is known as food under recall. So next is food alert, which means an alert issued by the to the public by the CEO of the FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety of the UT or the FBO under intimation of the CEO. So recall alert. So whenever any food is recalled, before that there is a recall alert which is issued either in newspapers or in TV advertisements, or I mean other social media platforms, right? So similarly, this is nothing but a recall alert which is provided to the consumer, so that consumer should not consume that food. Then comes the traceability. So again, it has to do something with the tracing of the food, right? So traceability means the ability to follow the movement of the food article through a specified stages of its production, processing and distribution. So as traceability, as you know, I mean, today, that is the main purpose of the batch number, code number, lot number, right? So with the help of these codes, food can be tracked easily, whether it is whether the food has reached the processing unit or it is in the distribution chain or it has reached the consumer. So remember, I mean, you would have seen, right, whenever you go to any malls or any store, they just scan your product and they issue a bill. So that scanning is nothing but they generate a code, they maintain a record, so that whenever tomorrow if there is any recall, they can get to know that the product, whether it is in their store or the consumer has purchased that product, right? So then comes the unsafe food. I mean, you would have read this in FSA Act as well. So it means the food as defined under the clause ZZ of the section 1 of the section 3 of the Act. So I mean, this definition is clearly given. It's a very broad definition, unsafe food. So just go through that definition from the Act. Right. So further now, when it comes to the food recall, so what are the objectives of the recall procedure? So if you see, this is very important, guys. Objective, scope, then procedure. How the whole procedure is started and how it is accomplished, right? So we'll talk about all this in detail. So first of all, objective of the food recall procedure. So the objective is to ensure removal of the food under recall from all stages of food chain in accordance to the section 28 of the act. So guys, whenever food recall you see anywhere, so section 28 of the act should come in your mind, because section 28 deals with the food recall procedure, and this regulation should come in your mind, right? So food recall means, I mean, complete removal of the food product, be it at any stage, right? So further, other objective is to ensure dissemination of the information to the concerned consumer or the customer. So again, I mean, as I told you, there is there is a recall alert which is provided to the consumer through social media platforms or print media or advertisement media, right? Then further objective is to ensure retrieval, destruction, or reprocessing of the food. So once the food is recalled, when the food reaches back to the manufacturer, so the next activity that is done is either it is destroyed, if for example, if it falls under the high category food, or if there is a microbial contamination in the food, right? You know that microbial contamination cannot be removed, right? So if such kind of contamination occurs, then the food must be completely destroyed. Or if the food is of the nature which can be reprocessed, then it should be reprocessed, otherwise it should be destroyed, right? So now coming to the scope. So scope of the food recall procedure. So if you see, these regulations shall apply to the food and food products that are determined or prima facie considered unsafe and or may be specified by the food authority from time to time. So guys, they have clearly said food recall should be carried out in those cases only where there is an evidence, or the food business operator or the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety, they have a reason to believe that the food is unsafe. And you know, FSSAI would never want unsafe food to be consumed by the customer, right? So in those cases, they issue the recall notification to the FBO, and FBO has to carry out the, I mean, he has to conduct the whole food recall procedure, right? So now let's talk about the food recall procedure. So what are the responsibilities? Who are responsible? What are the different action which needs to be taken? So we'll do that all in detail. So first of all, initiation of the food recall process. So first, how it starts, right? So first point is every FBO shall follow food recall procedure, including complete process of recall, post recall report, then follow up action in order to ensure the effectiveness of the recall and prevent a recurrence. So if you see guys here, they are trying to say that every food business operator, they must have a complete procedure in place. The complete procedure must be documented, right? In case if there is any recall, so what should be the action taken and what should be the post recall action, right? Either it should be destroyed or reprocessed, or what are the further follow up actions, so that so that at the end of the day, the food business operator as well as the FSSAI or the state FDA, they have the reassurance that yeah, the food recall was successful or the customers are safe, and also to prevent its reoccurrence, so that in future such activity does not occur. Because guys, at the end of the day, you see, all the stakeholders are at risk, right? Food business operator, his all the food articles, if they are coming back to him from the market, then there is a huge loss to the FBO. And by chance, if that food is unsafe and if any consumer consumes that food, again, that it could be of high risk to that consumer. And FSSAI, you know, it's a regulating body, then there are a lot of questions that media ask to the FSSAI, right? So why appropriate actions were not taken, what are the roles, what FSSAI is performing, right? So it takes into consideration all the stakeholders, so everyone needs to be, I mean, perform their role here, right? So further, FBO shall initiate a recall process to fulfill the responsibility in accordance with the section 28. So in section 28, they have said that, I mean, they should release advertisement, they should start a process. So that's it. So further, if you see, the CEO of the FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety of the UT or the state may direct the FBO to initiate the recall process. So in case if during the inspection, as you know, FSO food safety officers, they go on regular inspection and they get to know that such product is unsafe for the consumer. So they can, through CEO of FSSAI or the Commission of Food Safety, they can initiate the recall process. I mean, they can direct the FBO. They can tell the FBO that you have to recall all those products from the market because those are unsafe. Right. So fourth, the recall process shall also be initiated as a result of reports or the complaints referred to the FBO from any stakeholder, or if the food business operator determines that there is a need to recall. In case the food business operator does not respond to the complaint, the complainant or the consumer may inform the CEO of the FSSA. So guys, here it's clearly mentioned, in case, even as you know, consumers have a lot of power, right? So consumer, if they complain, if they lodge a complaint to the FBO that your product is not safe, so please either remove it from the market or you know, replace this product. So if that FBO, if he removes that product, well and good. Otherwise, they can, complainant can also reach to FSSAI directly. As you know, FSSAI is active on all the social media platforms, right? So they can go and complain over there to the FSSAI. So FSSAI would take the relevant action, right? Or they would direct the food business operator to take the relevant action. So it is the responsibility of all food business operator in the entire food chain to implement the instruction relating to the food recall. So guys, here they are clearly saying that the FBO, he should also contact everyone in his food chain, right? Be it distributor, be it retailer, or be it a wholesaler. So everyone should be aware that if at all recall happens, they should all be engaged actively and they should participate in this activity, and they should recall all the products. So failure to do so shall render FBO liable to the action as provided in this act. So if he is not able to maintain, or if he is not able to pass on the instruction regarding the recall, then strict action would be taken by the FSSAI against the food business operators who are involved in that complete food chain. Right. So further, when a FBO refuses to undertake a recall directed by the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety of State and UT, or the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety have sufficient reason to believe that additional measures would be required to make a recall effective. So guys, again here, if the FSSAI CEO or the Commissioner of Food Safety, they believe that additional measures need to be taken, effective measures need to be taken to make this recall successful, and if that FBO, you know, he refuses to take action, again, I mean, strict action can be taken here. So they are saying will appropriate action as provided under this act. So the Commissioner of Food Safety or the FSSAI CEO, they can take an appropriate action against the this food business operator, and he shall be liable for such action, right? So further, a recall of the imported food may be initiated on the basis of the report of the Health and Food Authority, or from the information received from such authority, or it is otherwise when it comes to the notice of the concerned authority. So if you see, as you know, food is also imported in India from different countries. So even in those cases, the recall process can be initiated, right? So eighth point, if you see, the initiation of the food recall should preclude the CEO of FSSAI or Commissioner of Food Safety of State and UT from taking regulatory action against the concerned FBO as may be required under this act. So again, I think it's a repetition of point that they can take an appropriate action if he has taken the action, and if food is found unsafe, then again, I mean, action can be taken by the FSSAI CEO or the Commissioner of Food Safety. Right. So next comes the operation of the food recall system. Just a second, guys. Yeah. So now operation of the food recall system. So if you see the first point, the FBO shall maintain food distribution record, which include the name and address of the supplier and the customer, nature of the food, date of the purchase, date of the delivery, lot number, batch number, pack number, size number. So guys, if you see, I mean, all the details are recorded by the food business operator, right? As you know, food business operator, he would give the food to the distributor. For example, whenever you go to supermarket, as I told you before as well, so all the records are maintained, right? You are issued a proper bill. Even, you know, some this bigger retail chains, they even record your data. They take your phone number, they take your contact number, or your name and address, right? All those things are recorded, so that if in case any such activity or any such mishappening occurs, so they can easily inform you, right? And also these are the reasons why batch number, code number, pack number, size number, lot number are added, so that these can be easily identified and traced. And I think in today's morning class only we spoke about all these details, right? So all the labeling and packaging regulation, right? So yeah, I mean these are the, I think we spoke about it in yesterday's class, right? So yeah, I mean these are the reasons why batch number, pack number, brand name, everything, date of manufacturing, expiry date, everything is provided on the label. So this is the major reason, so that during the recall the process can be smooth. So now coming to the next point, in case of alcoholic beverages where declaration of the best before date is exempted by the FSSAI regulation, one shall maintain records for the period of 2 years from the date or month of supply to the manufacturer. As you know, guys, I mean, even alcohol, it can be dangerous sometimes, right? So in that case, the food business operator, he must maintain the record of at least 2 years, right? They have mentioned for 2 years, he must maintain the records of the distributors to whomever he has supplied from the manufacturer. So 2 year record shall be maintained in case of alcoholic beverages also. Right. So further, the FBO shall submit information as specified in Schedule 1 to the concerned authority immediately, but not exceeding 24 hours from the time it comes to his notice that such food requires a recall in accordance with the provisions of this regulation. So now, guys, immediately, I mean FSSAI needs to be informed immediately, that is between 24 hours. So in case there is any complaint registered with the FBO that food is unsafe, so he must take appropriate action and he must inform FSSAI within 24 hours via email or fax or speed post or whatever, right? So 24-hour is the, I mean, minimum limit, which they are saying that FSSAI should be involved in this activity. Right. So further, if you see, FBO shall not stop distribution of the food under recall. Food business operator shall stop the distribution of the food under recall and also stop its production if necessary without waiting for the instruction of the CEO of the FSSAI. So guys, clearly they have mentioned here all the activities related to that food, the food which is under recall, all the activity should be stopped, whether it is being processed, whether it is being manufactured, or whether it is to be, next shipment is to be made to the distributor. So all activity related to that product should be stopped, right? Even without waiting for the instruction of the CEO of the FSSAI. So FSSAI need not to direct them that now you have to stop it. It is it's a common sense, right? If food is being recalled, all the activities related to it should be immediately stopped. Right. So now we'll talk about the food recall plan. So this would give you the detail how a recall plan is made and how it is implemented. So all FBO engaged in manufacturing or importing or wholesale supply of the food regulated under the Act must have up-to-date recall plans. So as I told you, I mean, recall plans are also updated every year, or I mean, by the time, things are changing very fast. It's a fast changing world. So all the things should be up to date. Even recall plan should be up to date. The food retailers are not required to have a food recall plan unless they are also engaged in manufacturing or importation of the whole supply food chain. Right. So further, if you see the second point, the food retailer or the food business in the food service sector which do not require to have a recall plan shall remove the recalled stock from the shelves or return it to the manufacturer, importer, wholesaler, and must ensure that the food under recall is separated and identified. So guys, whenever the food is with the food service providing sector, for example, with the malls or with the bigger units, say Green Basket or your Big Bazaar, right? So wherever if food is with this the bigger unit, so they must immediately remove the stock from their shelves. They should not display it even on their shelves. So they should immediately remove it or return it to the manufacturer, right? So this is, very, very important. Right. And further, must ensure that the food under recall is separated and identified from the other food until it is disposed in accordance with the instruction. So do you remember very classic case of Maggie? So when in later, 2014 or 15 or 16, the Maggie case was very, very much in news, right? So in that case, all the Maggie stocks were removed from the shelves. They were either destroyed, right? So I mean, yeah, that is the seriousness of the food recall. So Maggie recalled its product. So even FSSAI, they gave the direction to destroy all the Maggie packets. Right. So similarly, I mean, that is one of the example which was very, very much in news, right? So third point, the recalling food business operator shall formulate a detailed recall plan as part of its food safety management system as per the guidelines that may be framed by the food authority from time to time. So guys, as I told you, they must have a detailed plan, right? So detailed plan, again, I mean, there are few repetitions here, so just ignore it. I mean, just get a basic idea of what happens during the recall, right? So at the time of the actual recall being carried out, the FBO shall submit the details of the implementation of the food recall plan to the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety of the state or UT, taking into account the food safety aspect, survive the recall, assemble data and report on the completion of the recall. So guys, at the time of the recall is being conducted, right? For example, if recall might take 2 to 3 days or even a week, so the food business operator, he has to give each and every detail at the end of the day. He has to visit or he has to submit to the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety all the up-to-date reports, right? How much data has been, how much food has been recalled, what are the appropriate action which has been taken, and what are the actions which has been taken to protect the consumer. So each and everything he has to inform to the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety. So further, FBO shall ensure effective implementation of the recall process as per the formulated plan. So guys, effectiveness of the plan is very, very important, because if the plan is not effective, if the consumer consumes that food, then I mean, it again, it's a matter of question on both food business operator and the FSSAI, right? So the effective implementation should be the priority. Right. So now comes the recall communication. So as I told you, before conducting the recall, there should be a advertisement. So that is the food business operator initiating a food recall shall promptly inform the food business operators in the food chain, including consumer, about the recall. As I told you, everyone involved in the food chain and even the consumer, they must be informed about this recall. So this communication shall be through written communication, as I told you, through newspapers or phone or email, fax, print media, electronic media, right? And electronic media, that is TV, radio, internet, or combination of their for and in case of written communication, it shall be conspicuously marked food recall. So guys, whenever if you see any food recall advertisement in the newspaper, so using of this term in bold letters, food recall, is very, very important, right? So that at a single glance, all the readers, all the consumers, they can get to know that something is being recalled by the company. So now the communication shall also be marked urgent. So these are the two words which must be marked, that is food recalled and the urgent. And the telephonic calls or the personal communication shall be confirmed by one of the above mentioned documents. So as I told you, so where there are various medias through which the food recall news can be spread throughout the India. So now third point, every food business operator in the food chain who receives the recall communication shall immediately carry out the instruction detailed therein by the recall initiating FBO. So guys, immediately whenever they hear the news of recall, all the retailers, all the wholesalers, all the suppliers, all the distributors, so they must immediately take an action of the removing the stocks from their shelves, and they should immediately act to that recall procedure. So now further, FBO shall promptly inform the consumer in affected area of the food recall through a press release or the letter to be concerned parties or advertisement in media, and such release, letter, advertisement shall be in the form of food recall notice. So guys, if there is a, for example, that particular lot or a particular batch which got contaminated, and that is restricted to a certain area only. For example, in Delhi, that food, unsafe food is restricted only to Chanakya Puri, right? So now the food business operator, he would release that ad in Chanakya Puri area only, so that he can, restrict the supply of that food, and that advertisement shall have food recall notice written on that, and I shall contain the following information. So in that advertisement, the following information should be provided, that is name of the FBO recalling the food. So for example, if Amul wants to recall, he should give its name, right? Amul is recalling food recall notice by Amul. Right. So name of the food business operator shall be given on the recall notice, and the name of the food must be clearly mentioned. Even the brand name, pack size, batch or code number, date of manufacturing, use by date, best before date, and also the contamination or violation in the food or the reason of such recall. So they should also clearly mention the reason of the recall, right? As I told you, if there is a microbial contamination, so customer should immediately avoid consuming that food, or they should either destroy it, because if ever food is contaminated with the microbes, it cannot be retreated, right? So now they should also give the type of contamination that has occurred, and do not consume message. So this is very, very important, right? So it should be clearly mentioned that this food should not be consumed. Do not consume message, health warning. If customers they consume, what could be the repercussions on your health, and the places or the outlet where the food is found. So they have to even name the places. For example, if it is found in Big Bazaar, Reliance, or I mean Nature's Basket, I mean they should also mention such places where this food can be found, and the action to be taken by the consumer. So what are the important action which consumer can take? Either they should destroy it, or I mean they should return it to the manufacturer, whatever. And contact number for queries, and also they should give a contact number in case any consumer have any queries, right? So the further, if you see, the FBO shall respond to queries, if any, from the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety of the UT state within 24 hours. So even if there are any queries from the customer or from the FSSAI or the state FDA, he should respond to those queries within 24 hours without any delay. Right. So next come the recall status report. So now, as I told you, if the FBO, he has to update to the FSSAI immediately, right? What all the actions he has taken, what is the current status, everything, right? So if you see, the FBO shall determine whether the recall is progressing effectively, and shall submit the periodic status report to the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety to inform them of the progress of the recall. The frequency of such report shall be submitted once in a week. So as I told you guys, if recall time is more, so he should immediately inform within once in a week. So once in a week, he should submit the report of the effectiveness of this recall, or as otherwise specified by the CEO of the FSSAI. So once in a week is the appropriate time, but FSSAI officers, they can even give the directions to submit the report even at the end of the day, or once in 2 days, once in 3 days. So it depends on the urgency or the gravity of the recall, right? So further, if you see, unless otherwise specified or not applicable in given recall case, the recall status report shall contain the information as specified in Schedule 2. So there is a Schedule 2 in this document. So information shall be provided in that format, right? So further, if you see, recall status report are to be discontinued when the recall is terminated by the CEO. So now, if the recall is successful, if the recall is terminated, that now recall is successful, now you need not to recall more products, right? So then recall status report should be discontinued. The FBO shall retain proper and complete documentation of the food recall for inspection and verification by the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety. So now, once the recall is successful, he should have complete documentation. He should retain the complete documentation of the food recall for inspection and the verification. So now, after the recall, food safety officer, he would go and inspect, because verification is also needed, right? Because food business operator, he can lie to the food FSSAI that recall is successful, but that needs to be verified. Inspection must be done, and that is done by FSSAI officials, right? So now, food recovery. So now, guys, this is also important. The FBO shall store the recovered food in an area which is separated from other foods and is identified by the label plate, including prominently that recalled product not fit for human consumption. So guys, as I told you, the food once recovered, it should be separate. It should be stored in a separate area, completely separated from the area where new food is being manufactured. And there should be a big label provided there, so that it is not accidentally mixed with other food, right? So the label should be recalled product and not fit for human consumption, right? So this should be provided in bigger font so that it is clearly visible. The FBO shall maintain accurate record of the recovered food, including their lot number, batch number, date of manufacturing. They should maintain each and every record of those recalled food, right? The FBO may correct or reprocess the recovered food if permitted by the CEO of the FSSAI. So as I told you guys, he can even make changes, he can improve the food only with the permission of the FSSAI. But if the and also if you see, in all other cases, the FBO shall ensure the disposal of such food in consultation with the CEO of the FSSAI. If in case the food cannot be it cannot be improved, so there is only one option left, that is disposal or destroying of that food, and that should also be done in the consultation of the CEO of the FSSAI. Right. So now let's talk about post recall report. So now recall is successful. Now what should be submitted? Food is either destroyed or it is either, reprocessed. So after all those activity, what should be the post recall report? So now if you see, the FBO shall submit a post recall report to the CEO of FSCI after completion of the recall process, so as to enable the assessment of the adherence to the recall procedure. So now FSSAI, after the recall is successful, he needs to submit a post-recall report from which the team of the FSSAI, they can ensure the effectiveness of the recall procedure. So in addition, it is necessary for the FBO to investigate the reasons that led to such recall and taking action to prevent recurrence of such problem. So guys, this is very, very important, right? So damage is done. Now damage cannot be improved, but now it can be prevented in future, right? So now the food business operator, he should sit with his team and he should investigate the reason what led the food to be unsafe. And there's a huge loss, right, at the end of the day for the FBO if any recall is initiated. So now they should ensure that it can be prevented, it reoccurrence can be prevented in the future to ward away all the problems. Right. So now termination of a recall. So the food business operator may request termination of the recall by submitting a written request to the CEO of FSSAI. So as once the recall is finished, so there is another step which needs to be taken, that is termination of the recall. So for the termination also, he needs to take the permission of the CEO of the FSSAI, right, along with the recall status report or the post recall report certifying the recall was effective. So only if CEO of FSSAI, he is satisfied that the recall was effective, only then he would issue him a termination of the recall letter. Only then he can stop the recall process. Right. So as recall may be terminated when the CEO of FSSAI has reason to believe that food under recall has been removed or disposed of in an appropriate manner, and that steps have been taken to ensure that such incident do not occur. And a written communication shall be sent to the FBO within 2 weeks of the request submitted by the FBO. So guys, within 2 weeks, CEO of FSSAI, he has to take this decision only if he is sure that such action would not be taken in the future, such activities can be prevented in the future, and all the food has been removed or disposed from the market, and within 2 days he can issue such letter to the FBO, and then they can carry out the production of that food again, right? So in case of unsatisfactory report, CEO of FSSAI may consider further action like stepped up inspection, scissor, or any legal action against the FBO. So if the CEO of FSSAI, if he is not happy with the report, if he is not happy with the effectiveness of the recall, then appropriate action can be taken. Right. So guys, after all these activities, if they have occurred successfully, then there is something known as follow-up action. So if you see, FBO shall provide the CEO of FSSAI with a report as soon as the recall is completed, and in case not later than 30 days after the completion of the recall, covering the following information. So guys, once successful recall is done, so within 30 days he should provide the information, that is circumstances leading to the recall. So what were the reasons which led to the recall, then the action taken by the FBO, including details to any of any publicity, right, then the further extent of the distribution of the relevant batch, so whether it was sold in the country or it was also exported to the foreign country, so all these details must be included in that letter. So the result of the recall, whether the food was corrected or there is any stock which need to be returned, and further the processed method of the disposal, how the food was disposed, what was the process that was taken, right? All these details. So I mean, you need not to remember this, just go through it. I mean, this is very, very interesting, right? So you might be learning something new. So these things are important, and in case any question comes, so you easily can answer that, right? So further, for 12th, 14th point, if you see the responsibility of the FBO. So guys, in throughout this activity, who is responsible for conducting the whole recall process? So if you see, FBO shall have procedures and system in place to identify the food businesses to whom he has supplied the food. Again, you see this, there is a lot of repetition. That is something which I don't like about this regulation, because there are a lot of repetition, in some regulations. Again, I mean, this point we have read 10 times, right? So again, they are saying that FBO shall have procedures and system in place to identify the food businesses whom he has supplied the food. And further, if you see, the FBO shall collaborate with the Commissioner of Food Safety of the UT on action taken to avoid the risk to the people. And further, FBO shall remove the food from the supply chain or the distribution when requested by the Commissioner of Food Safety. So again, this is a repetition, just avoid reading this. Right. So further, if you see, responsibility of the Commissioner of the Food Safety. So there would be again a little bit repetition here. So now, what is the responsibility of the CEO of the FSSAI? So if you see, Commissioner of the Food Safety of the state or UT shall supervise the recall of the FBO. So they are responsible for supervising the complete process and also inspect FBO's capability of the recall after receiving the recall alert information. So now, guys, Commissioner of Food Safety, they should immediately come into action when they hear this about the recall report, and they should conduct the inspection whether the FBO can conduct the recall, whether it is in his capacity or not, right? So further, it shall be responsible for the following, that is, inspect the suspected or determine unsafe food after receiving the complaint from the consumer. If any consumer has filed the complaint, then the Commissioner of Food Safety, they have to look into that complaint and take the action as per the act of the provision against the FBO in consultation with the food authority. Right. So further, to prepare and issue media release for the immediate use of the media in recalling involving consumers. So again, I mean, these are repetitions, like conduct audit check when it is determined that the FBO is unable to ensure the effectiveness of its recall, and give instruction on the frequency of the reporting of the condition of the recall. Then supervise the FBO in completion of the recall and assess their recall report. I mean, yeah, we have read all this, right? So you can just skip this part, right? So further, if you see, responsibility of the food authority. So the food authority shall guide and supervise the Commissioner of Food Safety of state and UT in the execution of the recall. So again, as you know, FSSAI is also involved whenever there is a food recall. So now FSSAI guide these Commissioner of Food Safety at a state level. So what should be the next action? What should be done? How reports should be released? What should be the action taken by the FBO? All that, right? So guys, I mean, yeah, this is the schedule 4. So this is the food recall information. This is to be provided to the CEO of FSSAI, right? Do you remember we read about the schedule 4? So this is the letter which should be provided by the food business operator to the CEO of FSSAI or the Commissioner of Food Safety, right? So the name and address of the FBO, designation, detail, everything. I mean, each and every detail should be provided in this form. Right. So now if you see, this is schedule 4. So schedule 4, it is about the report, status report. So this is the format in which the status report shall be provided, right? So again, I mean, some important details are provided here, and it is addressed to the Commissioner of Food Safety. So again, quantity related to the details, then communication. So all these details, you need not to remember this, just go through it, have a just idea, so that you know, right, what is happening in this regulation. Right. So further, if you see, so schedule 4, it contains the termination request. So whenever the termination has to be done, whenever the recall is successful, so again, the FBO, he has to submit a letter to the CEO of FSSAI in this format. So that request for the termination, that now the CEO should terminate this because recall is successful, right? So now moving further, yeah, I think, guys, this is all about recall, and yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. So guys, just go through all those processes, because definitely you can expect a single question or at most 2 questions, right? So now, guys, again there will be a class tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Today also there was a class at 7 a.m. and tomorrow again there would be a class at 7 a.m. and again second class at 8 p.m. in the evening, right? So guys, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. In case you have any doubt, just WhatsApp me. I'll definitely help you guys. Right. So guys, thank you so much. Good night. Take care. Study hard, study well. See you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Thank you guys.